All right, YouTube, here we go. There she is. Big girl. Fucking beautiful. This is my amigo right here. He's the one that's gonna do work. He's a professional. I recommend him every time. And I have real big confidence that he's gonna do a great job, man. He just needed a little bit of love. Everything happened on the just out of surprise, and I went looking around, and this guy has been working on my cars for like a few years, probably 4 or 5 cars already. He's helping me out, and his boys are doing a great job. I could have bought a different car, but as you can see, she's worth it. She's beautiful. It's a 1987 Chevy VANDURA 2500 GT Series. It's 5.7 V8. And she's in real good condition pretty much for an 87. She had 85,000 miles when I got her. And what happened is, like, when you have a sticker such as like Homeowners Association or retired Air Force captain, Army, whatever, this type of thing, usually these gentlemen or women are often about out in other states, other countries, and these things are, you know, pretty much parked all the time. So what happened is that the gaskets, like the cork, you know, it's like a cork, wine cork material. I guess stationary for so long. Again, these are million-mile engines. It's a GMC, so go figure that one out. The gaskets disintegrated, and water went into the engine, the oil, and the whole thing, and it busted up. And so my good friend over here, he's the one that is taking care of this, you know. And so again, you know, I'm very grateful that these guys over here, they know their work. I ask God to bless their hands and take care of them, and to continue giving them work. So all of this is happening, and right now I was about to go sleep in the damn street and still go work and everything, you know, right? You gotta continue doing what you gotta do, but sometimes you have to do what you have to do. So 20 years ago, I was fired from my job because the son of a security supervisor was making phone calls on my shift. But of course, he's the son of the security supervisor, so she was not going to fire her son. So I got fired for it. When the police officer that hired me found out that she fired me, well, later on they found out because they called the telephone number, and it turned out that it was her son's girlfriend's telephone number. But by that time, I was already gone. You know, I was like, well, why go back? I'm fired, right? So 14, 15 years later, I came back for a night appointment at the location. It was an annexed office, and the police officer was there, and he said, "Where have you been? I've been looking for you for 14 years. And I said, well, the security supervisor said that you said to fire me. He said, no, I never told her to fire you. I said to do what she felt that needed to be done, because if she knew that it was me making those phone calls and running up the bill, then, you know, then I should be disciplined, maybe with like a week suspension, a few days or whatever. She fired me because if I kept on working, they would find out that it was her son that was making the phone calls. Well, what happened is 14, 15 years later, I come back, and he's like, where you been, etc., etc. So he brought me in back, and the rest from then is history. So now I've been doing bodyguard work and such, and I bought my big girl over here for cold weather. I ride motorcycles, but right now it's gonna start raining pretty much. We're in November 23, I believe. And so basically for the rain, because so I don't get sick and to not damage my weapons, I decided to buy something to where I could be a little bit more secure, obviously. And then this happened. So basically the engine was ruined, and I came to my friend over here, and he is doing the work and everything. So now that I was going to leave my apartment and go sleep in the street and everything just to gather the money and bring it, because I don't want anything free. They work for a living as well, right? It's just the right thing to do. My job, where I was fired from 20 years ago, they said, "You're gonna do what now?" No. And I said, "Well, yeah, look, if I can't pay the rent because I need my car, then I might get a eviction notice, and then it goes on your permanent record, right? And what do apartment building owners do? They check your credit, they check all of this stuff, and if they see that I didn't pay rent or something, or maybe an eviction or a lowering of my credit score, I can't rent again. I would have to rent like a room in somebody's place or leaving my fat girl over here." And so she's not fat, she's big bone, she's beautiful. And so they said, "Don't do it. Stay in your place. We're gonna pay your rent. Go, but the only thing that we require is a written estimate of what is going to be to get her fixed." And so now I'm doing this. I came back. They're getting it fixed. Here's nice, right? You gotta play the part, right? And so she's gonna be really well taken care of. The engine was on yesterday, and fucking this morning I show up to get the written estimate, and this is what has occurred. So basically, they'll do the work quickly, and it's just gonna be done. So again, I'm very grateful for these fucking guys. These fucking guys, man. And so again, I ask God to bless their hands and protect their hands. Continue letting them work, and I keep everybody updated. So right now I got some paperwork stuff to go do. But anybody's got any questions as far as the work and my recommendation, I will recommend them. Write me a message, leave me a note on the section below, and then I'll guide you from there. But I do recommend them. Okay, YouTube. See you later. And so again, this is my big bone girl.